Welcome to the Catalyst Podcast with Naman Arinza Darlington, where we run Tomorrow is Here series, diving deep into the transformative journey of Enugu State under the visionary leadership of Governor Peter Mbah. So join us as we amplify the vision of a new Enugu State, one where opportunity thrives, transparency reigns, and the future is now. This is Tomorrow is Here series on the Catalyst Podcast. Welcome on board. Welcome to another episode of the Catalyst Podcast, the Tomorrow is Here series. With me here today is a respected Igbo man, a philanthropist, and a humanitarian. He's known as Okwuluora Ndi Igbo. Okwuluora Ndi Igbo, welcome to the Catalyst Podcast.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you.
It's quite very, very, very significant that people in Enugu and Igbo love who you are. They see you any place, they want to be with you. So what's about your personality? What do you think? What makes you that popular among the Igbo people and Igbo Nation? Why do people love you, Okwuluora?
I don't know. When you say people love me, there are people who hate me as well. So it depends on perspective, how you perceive me. You can see me to be good and others see me to be evil, but one thing that I think makes me exceptional is kindness. You know, when you see me support people, some people categorize me as one of the richest young men in Enugu. But in actual sense, I'm somebody who struggles. But whatever little I have, I share. And that is the Okwuluora, and that is why most times you see people want to identify with me. Kindness, nothing more.
So you have stayed in Enugu for a very long time. You always travel, and each time you travel, even on your social media post, you always say that you want to run back to Enugu State. That you don't like staying outside,
Yes.
Even if you go to outside anywhere in Enugu, you want to run back to Enugu State. Why do you love Enugu so much? What makes Enugu so different and so special to you?
It's a difficult question, and I think this is the first time anyone is asking me that. Even when I go to Germany, go anywhere, most times I cut my ticket. I want to come back to Enugu. I think there are so many unique things about this city.
Yep.
And especially in this current regime, the transformation is obvious. Enugu is such a lovely place to be. I don't know anywhere else in Southeast where you wake up 2 a.m., you start your car, you go out, you have fun and come back, if not Enugu. So there are so many unique things. The music, the dance, the food, the people, the lifestyle. Most especially this period, the governance. Enugu is on the rise. I think our governor received the award for one of the best or fastest rising cities in Africa. Yeah. I think he got the award recently. So Enugu is beautiful. Somebody was asking me, due to a health challenge, why not go to Germany or move elsewhere where they can manage it better? I said, I can't live in Enugu. I can't even stay outside Enugu for 1 week. And it's a problem, but it's a good problem. Some problems are good. So I love this city with everything in me, and I can't wait to even push the city further. Let's not say state, city. Enugu is unbelievable, and all my life I'll be here. Even when I die, I'll be buried here. Thank God both parents are from Enugu, Nkanu East to be precise.
Okay, quite insightful. So you are not a billionaire, Okwuluora, but you do a lot of philanthropic work. You help people even when you don't have enough. What inspires you to touch the life of people? What inspires you to just want to help people? What is that inspiration? What is that fire? What is that catalyst that makes you to want to help people no matter what position you find yourself?
I think it's who I am. I was born poor. I grew up in ghetto. So when people tell me their story, their predicament, it's very easy for me to understand because I've seen it all. And this is not something I learned. I was born this way. So that is why every day of my life, even today I've done good. Before night I will do good again. This is something nobody will ever take away from me. For me, life is about impact.
Yep.
When you walk the streets, people look at you, they tell stories of the things you've done. Most times I go to UNEC, somebody will come and say, good afternoon, sir. I say, good afternoon. Can we take a picture? I say, yes. He said, you paid for my project, you paid my... I've forgotten. I've lost record of the things I've been able to do. And again, I have incredible friends globally. When it becomes difficult, I would declare that we need to do this, and they're ready. Like this free kidney function test. Even governor called me. Our governor called me and said, how do you do all this thing? Yes. He said, where do you want to do it? I said, I want to do it in my area. He said, why not use up Barra Square? I said, yes, I can't pay for Barra Square. He said, somebody will call you. Within 10 minutes, somebody called me and said, His Excellency said I should call you. How long do you want to use up Barra Square? In fact, Governor Peter Mbah ordered the foundation to call me. And they gave me monetary support to add to the free. You see, when you do good, even though the world won't like it, but there are few, let me use the word few, who still recognize the effort you put in. In the last 3 years, by the special grace of God, me and my friends worldwide, we have been able to raise over 3 billion for kidney patients alone. It's 3 billion. It's verifiable, and I don't run an NGO. I don't collect money from anybody. If there's a sick patient, I will go there and donate first. Every other person who, if he touches you, you donate. So most times, why I give you these figures are most times, after the fundraising, the beneficiary will tell me 80 million, 90, some of them 100 million, one person. And it might even interest you that one case, after 100 million might not even be enough. Because most times, hospital don't tell you the cost of post-transplant. They tell you the donor, the operation. They don't tell you what you are going to face for 5-10 years after the transplant. You can imagine organ that is not yours put inside you. Most times they say what they call medical people antibody to be fighting that thing because it doesn't belong to you. Just like putting this engine in Toyota, it becomes an issue. You have to do a lot for it to go. So that is that.
I understand that that aspect. You have spoken, you called on Governor Mbah a lot, but when during the 2023 general election, at first you weren't that in supportive of Governor Mbah. But as we got close to the election proper, you changed and you came out fully in support of Governor Mbah and started sensitizing the people on why they should vote Governor Mbah. What did you see different that made you to start that?
Okay, I moved to Enugu in 2018. I live at Premier Layout and I study at Godfrey University. After washing my car in my house, before I get to Tinker's Corner, people will say that this guy is dirty. I said, I'm not dirty. The car is dirty. Look at me, very clean. If I'm a dirty guy, my clothes will be dirty. It was because of bad road, and he was the former governor in charge. There was nothing I didn't do. Just 1.5 kilometer road. They never did. And then the perception was that Governor Mbah came from social person. When you don't like this source, you feel that everything from that source will not be good. That was why I was very vocal. I said, I don't want anything from this source. But at some point, I met all the Guba candidates. They visited me. I don't do politics. I told God, any day I do politics, take my life. And Governor Mbah was the last person I met. After speaking with him, I told myself, this man shouldn't even be contesting for governorship. This man should be maybe VP or president, all things being equal. A polished man, a principled man. He said, what do you need to run around? He said, what I want you to be governor of Enugu State because Enugu deserves better. I went back and I prayed and said, God, please, that thing I told you before, can you spare me maybe just 1 month and I'll go back to what I said before. And after the prayer, I started preaching. I told the people of Enugu that this man is the way forward. And 2 years on, just 2 years on, look at Enugu, look at ICC, look at the 5-star hotel rising there. Look at the bus system, a whole lot. What do I mention? Look at the international wing of the Academy International Airport. People don't know. There are facilities you need on ground before you can get certified to fly internationally. And these are the things governor is doing. Proper bus system. You need 5-star hotels. You need a secured environment. You need a whole lot. And governor have done 40% of them. Before you can get to 70, 80. You might see Turkish Airlines. You might see BA, you might see KLM, Delta Air, landing in Enugu. And this is the Enugu we want. I'm not happy that if I want to go to Germany or go to US, I will have to go to Lagos and then carry my bag to a hotel in the morning. I will start rushing to Ikeja. I want to fly from Akanibiam to anywhere in the world. And this is the vision this man has. He's going to be there for 8 years. This is just 2 years. So if you are living in Enugu or you are born in Enugu, you should be happy. And again, there is something I noticed. People who are not from Enugu, that are born in Enugu, they identify with Enugu more than we, the Enugu indigenes. It tells you the love the genuinity. It tells you how strong the culture of Enugu. One of them is Solomon Okoronko, former Super Eagles forward. One of them is Chinedu Obuke Obase. They tell you that these guys are from Abia State, Chisome Ebuchulama of Rangers. They tell you that these guys are not from Enugu, you won't believe it. They identify with Enugu more than we, that our both parents are from Enugu. It tells you that there is something unique about Enugu. And that is why Enugu is a capital and will remain the capital of Igbo land.
Okay. So when you were speaking, you spoke about security. And I can remember that vividly. Some few months ago, you came out to say that Enugu State is one of the best or the most secure states in Nigeria. That if you go to other states, you will not see what is happening. What made you to change that perception on how Enugu State is now safe under Governor Mbah? Because you went out, I think you traveled to somewhere to another state, and one insecurity, something strong happened. So you said that Enugu State is the most secure state in Nigeria as we speak. So what made you to have that perception?
You know, I'm a traveler. I've been everywhere.
Yeah.
And I've continued to work. You know, in Igbo, I say, one, you know, dinner, I've been everywhere. I've done my comparison. Enugu is the safest place in Southeast. Let me not say the whole Nigeria, because I've not been around the whole Nigeria.
Yeah.
And our governor is very, very serious with security. And I've had issues that I mentioned, I call security personnel. They are proactive. And our governor is somebody who wants improvement every day, every day. What happened to me in that other state can never happen to anybody in Enugu State. Enugu is very safe, and you know, nobody is perfect. Nowhere is perfect. But if you want to measure, Enugu is on the rise. Enugu. How many states in Igbo land today can you go to nightclub? After drinking 3 a.m., you go home. It's Enugu. When I go to other places, I hide. We are not making mockery or condemning any other place, but it's a podcast. We want to be realistic enough. Yesterday around 3 a.m., I told my boy to go and buy food for me. There is no other place in Igbo land you wake up 3 a.m. You tell somebody to go and buy food, and you see people on the road, and you see a shop open 3 a.m.
Because before his administration, we had verified information that the non-state actors had over 30-something camps in Enugu.
Yes.
So, is it what made them to leave Enugu State?
What made them? Because as a citizen, there was a day I was going home.
Yep.
At Premier Layout, I saw more than 20 policemen. And these are not regular police. These are senior policemen. You know, they are not from Enugu. So I parked. They didn't stop me. I parked and said, "Good afternoon, sir. Please, I live around this area. So is there anything the matter? I want to know." Because the best way to keep people safe is to keep them on alert or make them know. What's the point of mounting here when I don't know what is happening?
Yeah.
So if there is a security concern, let me know how to position myself. So they told me that there are concerns, and state government made call that they come. So I am privileged to have some security information about Enugu. Our governor is working on the ground. You know, people will always tell you, and that is the truth, some security information is not for the public. All you need as a citizen is to be safe.
Yes.
Government of Enugu State are doing a lot. I can assure you there is no more camp in Enugu. There was a time I spoke and everywhere fled. I was called to government house and they showed me things they are doing that the public must not know. And it's for me to know that they are doing something. And since then, the security setting or system improved more than it was before.
So if, let's say, we draw 2027 near here now, this is 2025. If we draw in 2027 now, what do you think is the fate of Governor Mbah? Do you think that the people of Enugu State will vote for a mass for the governor for maybe doing what he's doing? What do you think is his fate?
We were talking about this before I came into this podcast. You know, the issue of Enugu is 8 years forward and then 8 years backwards. You know, Enugu people are going to consider, do you want to go back 8 years backwards? I think Governor Mbah will go unopposed. We are in Enugu, we know everybody in Enugu. Nobody's going to compete. He's doing very well. All these structures, all these states he's doing, he's going to do them. So Governor Mbah, even without a political party, there's what we call running as an independent candidate.
Yep.
What we are voting is not a political party. What we are voting is an individual. And it's been the problem with Nigeria, voting political party. If this party is popular and an animal is there, you went and put your finger there. So what we want Governor Mbah is to be there for 8 years. And it's going to be there for 8 years. Unopposed. There is nobody, if there's anybody in Enugu, you mention the person's name, let's argue. What Governor Mbah has been able to do in 2 years, some governors, we are not able to do it in 8 years. Even when they ascended as senators, 12 years, 16 years, they've not been able to do that. Look at 2 years. You know what is 2 years? You close your eyes and open, it's 2 years. Go around the Enugu. There's a project they call Beautification of Enugu. Yeah. I'm a political critic. Yeah. That is why if I see anything wrong in Enugu, I will write it. I don't care who is involved. Yeah. If you like, the whole world, call me. I don't care. People, the other time I spoke, people were threatening me, I was laughing. But the man in question called me, sat me down and turned his computer and said, look at what I'm doing in Enugu. And it takes a man who is good, and a man who has conscience, a man who wants to go far to be able to do that, a sitting governor, explaining to a small boy like me what he's doing in Enugu. You know, like I said, there are some information that is not for the public. You know, people want some to be in public. Once it's in public, it's no longer for what it should be.
So, you know, most of these things, the driving factor is education.
Yes.
And we have seen that under Governor Mbah, he dedicated over 33% on education. Yes. So, what will you say about the education sector in Enugu State and also the health sectors too? So I would like to have an insight about that.
Okay, the education, dedicating 33% of state's
total budget
to education is in order. And I once criticized the Green Smart School. But at some point, I found out that the Green Smart School is free, totally free. Even the feeding, the school fees, everything there is free. Yeah. But the only concern I have is sustainability. Governor Mbah is going to be here for 8 years. Yeah. If he leaves, somebody who will take over might be rascal, might be somebody who doesn't care, who will even dedicate only 2% of the state's income to education. Going to the health sector improvement, I went to Park Lane, new structures, everything. The new CMD is doing amazingly well. Go to Rangers Avenue there, over 800 bed hospital. I think Commissioner for Health came when I did the last kidney function test. Yeah. He said that Governor Mbah wants to end medical tourism. If you go there, what they are installing there, I don't think is anywhere in Southeast. And these are the things we love to see. Governance in action. And I'm sure before the end of this first tenure, that hospital is going to be completed. You know what? One thing with hospital is not the structure, equipment. Yes. They might finish the structure and it will take up to a year to fully facilitate the things that are going to be there. And Commissioner for Health tell me that Governor Mbah wants to end medical tourism, not just in Enugu, but in Nigeria. This kidney transplant, everybody to Abuja should come to Enugu. And he also made something categorically clear that the governor wants to invest in research to find out why people's kidney are failing easily. You know, it's not like this 10, 20 years ago. Yeah. And I was very, very impressed in that. So,
in a nutshell, can you just describe on the person of Governor Mbah, and if you have the opportunity to sit with him one-on-one again, what will you tell him?
Governor Mbah is a man who has been in private sector. You know, I said, Your Excellency, when you won election, I was one of the first he called into his office. I said, Your Excellency, you're a billionaire before you came into politics. Empower people of Enugu. Leave a legacy. You know, you talk about Okwuluora Ndi Igbo. The critics are there, but there's a legacy project. Okwuluora Ndi Igbo Stadium. I think it's the only FIFA certified stadium in West Africa. You talk about Ojuzo Carlo, you can have your bad assessment, but there's a legacy. He won CAF Champions League with Mbah 2003, 2002, 2003, 2003, 2004. And the following year, if not for politics and re-election, he could have won again. Yeah. These are legacy. I say, Your Excellency, leave a legacy. And this man is leaving legacy already. One of the things I talked about is trying to open that international wing. Yes. So somebody can fly from America to Enugu. Yes. He told me, these are the requirements. It's just like you want to host FIFA Senior Men's World Cup. You need to submit a document to FIFA that you have at least up to 15 FIFA certified stadiums, that you have maybe at least up to 50 5-star hotels, that you have a proper bus system, that you have security. These are things you fight to FIFA. They know that you are qualified to host FIFA Senior Men's World Cup. Governor Mbah is doing the things that will certify Enugu to apply to have such. So if I see Governor Mbah, I will tell him to pay less attention to 2027. You know, in politics, 2 years and the third year, you lose focus.
Yeah.
You stop working because you are not comfortable. I've spoken with people. People want to continue with Governor Mbah. And I can tell you, I told him something during campaign. I said, Your Excellency, I still have the video. I said, you could be president. That time, he was running for election. I said, you could be president. And this is a podcast. It's a video. It might happen. That Messiah Igbo people have been looking for might be Governor Peter Ndubisi. And it's now on the right direction. I don't care about federal. Who is there? Get whatever belongs to people of Enugu and give the people of Enugu. We are running state system of government.
Yes.
Federal allocation, IGR. Make things easy for people. Infrastructural development and then human development. He told me after 2 years, we are going to focus on human development. And that's the part I love. I also mentioned Enugu Rangers, football and sports development. He turned his computer and showed me his plans. He made something categorically clear. He said, Okwuluora, the only stadium you will compare with Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium when I'm done is Godswill Akpabio Stadium.
Wow.
You know, you talk about Real Madrid. Apart from football, they generate billions of euro every year. Tourism there. Yes. If you go to Madrid, you go to the stadium there and take picture and pay. You pay 100 euro, 200 euro just to take picture. These are some of the things we wish to do. And we that love Enugu, we are ever there to support any Enugu project. That is why most times you see us, you carry Rangers more than people they pay to work for Rangers because it's our own. Yeah. If you don't promote Enugu, or is it Nasarawa or Katsina that we are going to promote? So my support to the governor is unshakable. If you know me very well, I'm somebody who have my will is if I like you, I like you.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not married. I want somebody I will like so much. So away from politics and being governor of Enugu State, I have personal love for Governor Mbah. I told you before, all the Guba candidates, I met them before I met the governor. Yeah. Governor was the last. Yeah. And there was something he did one day. That was during campaign. I went to eat abacha at Tino Autos. There was a place they eat abacha there. I saw a convoy leaving. I was walking in. He stopped. A billionaire, the MD, CEO, Pinnacle Oil, he came down from his vehicle to greet me. There are little things that matter. I always tell people, everything is not money. There are some little acts of kindness. Yes. Let me tell you, 25th December, Donald Trump came to one park in New York unannounced.
Yes.
And there are young kids there, 2, 3, 4 years, doing sketching. Yeah. He came there unannounced. After your sketch, he will sign it and give you a handshake. CNN was speaking the reactions, the faces of those. You know, they believe if at the age of 3, if I can shake the hand of the president, I can be president. Yes, true. There are little things that matter. Yes. I've had that moment with the governor many times. It shows that being a little boy that I am, nobody, not rich, a regular guy, he still have respect for who I am and what I represent. Yeah. He called me. I'm saying it on camera. Yeah. And so Okwuluora, Peter Mbah Foundation will support your free kidney function test. I never called him. There's a man from Amechido. The governor called me. I posted him. He said, I'm going to fly this man abroad. Unfortunately, 3-4 days after, the man passed on. Nice. If the man did not pass, governor wants to fly that man to India. And this is that human development we are talking about. Yeah. And he's doing that. And also, governance is not easy. My little position, there are over 1,000 people suffering kidney issues. They are calling me. Most times I wake up and see messages. You are going to die. You are evil. Sugar will kill you. Look at the little office I have and the challenges I'm facing. Talk about a state governor. Some people are praying against him. Some people are going to native doctors. Some people are... There is nothing. So sometimes I put this thing in my head. It's not easy. Leadership is very, very difficult. That is why you see some people, they just want to be there with their family, travel, have fun, and not be in that public place. Because once you are there, you receive criticisms. Yeah. Even those who are not worth it. Yeah. They come. So I always pray for him that he do better and he feel better.
Nice one. So on the final note, as one of the custodians of Ndi Igbo, as a lover of Ndi Igbo, what's your takeout, or what is the takeaway we're going to get from What are you going to tell the people of Enugu and Ndi Igbo in general on how we should come together to develop our place, on how we should talk about the good leadership recruitment process, on how because if Enugu State is good, Anambra State is good, Abia State is good, Ebonyi State is good, and Imo State is good, I think we will have a collective southeast, a southeast that will be filled with dreams for field. So what are you going to say about that on the final note?
I'm going to start with an adage by the warlord Chukwuemeka Olumegojuku when he came back from Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
He said that Biafra is a thing of the mind. No bo no ọkụkọ gị nọ n'ukwu osisi gị gbajie ya ụkwụ tọbata ya n'ụlọ. But most times you see okeọkpa osoro nwunye ọkụkọ to another location, you don't see them again. So we have security issue in Southeast. And no matter how you deny it, if it's in Imo and it's not tackled in Imo and they are chased, some of them are going to run into Enugu. If they are in Ebonyi, some of them are going to cross border and come into Enugu. We need to come together and keep our neighbors safe. And a lot of people are committing atrocities. If you ask them, even those that kidnapped me, if you ask them, they tell you they want Nnamdi Kanu out. That was why I made a post. I say, Igbo leaders, please come together. When Ojukwu was in Ivory Coast, exiled for 12 years, Igbo people came together. Someone like Jim Nwobodo, someone like Chubo Kadibo, someone like Dan Obajaka, someone like CNE Lodibe, somebody like Chinwoke Mbadenuju, a whole lot of them. They came together. And they called them the former vice president, who is Alex Ekweme.
Alex Ekweme.
Shagari was the president then. They said, come, your brother is in exile. Oliver Jukwego say, Eme nwata ka emere ibi obi de ya mma. Na onye nwanne ya nọ n'ụzọ. That Ikemba has to come back. Igbo people came together. They went to meet Shagari, and Ojukwu came back, and there was sanity. I said, please come together, sign whatever document, anybody. Allow one Nnamdi Kanu. So I fuzie ka mmadụ gbagbu nwanne ya n'ime ọhịa kpụrụ okpu Biafra. That is when you can now deploy the full force of Nigerian military. But now, onye gba one man jidere okpu Biafra. But they are not Biafra. They just want to attract a public sympathy, and they're committing. So if Igbo leaders can come together and achieve this, it's going to go a long way in bringing peace. Governor Mbah made a proposal. He wants a train system that will cut across the whole Southeast. But for all these things to happen, we need peace. There is peace in Enugu, but other places, do they have peace? The proactive measures our governor is taking, others are they taking that? So as a region, travel abroad and all that. Apart from your city, your prefecture, your county, your state, you still talk about your region. Yeah. And it's very important.
I agree. So, nice one. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the good job you have been doing.
Thank you.
Thank you for the lives you are touching.
Thank you.
Because it's not easy for someone who is not a billionaire to do things that you are doing. You just made a powerful declaration that you have spent over 3 billion naira.
Not me. People contributed.
People contributed.
Yes.
Have spent over
3 billion
through your platform.
Yes.
Because it's through your platform, whether
fun.
we like it or not.
Yes.
So to solve kidney issues and other related matters. So quite insightful, because it's not all about having gold or silver. It's about the number of people you are able to put smiles on their faces.
Yes.
So I must commend you on that.
Thank you very much.
And I welcome you to the Catalyst Podcast. Thank you for being here with me.
And thank you for coming up with this beautiful platform, because young people need to listen.
Yes.
And those days, people who read are the smartest. People who listen are the smartest. But they say Gen Z generation. Yeah. What matters to them is, what matters to them. We need to go back to those days where we listen to people who have something motivational, inspirational to give, and also read from. One of them is Nanny Boy. Yeah. I made a post about a picture of me and him and the wife at the airport. People we are writing, people that are 22, 20, 24, they're saying that they are going to arrest this man, that this man ate all their money they saved up. You can imagine a student saving up money to buy book. Not that my parents bought Nanny Boy's book.
Yes.
You know what it means for a young a Gen Z to save up money and buy book and read. Yeah. So I read those comments, more than 50 of them, and I was inspired. I say, how can we go back to this? And again, special thanks to our governor. 260 smart schools, all free. Uniform, feeding, accommodation, everything free. like I said, my concern again, who comes after his second tenure, if they can continue? Enugu will be heaven in the next 20, 30 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.